Chris Lippe, and this is Scott McCullough, and we're here talking about the Penguin Plunge.
Yes.
Very excited about that. All right, Scott, so tell us how you think the Penguin Plunge went this year.
Awesome. Hopefully some people will come out to do it next year. They can check out both websites, www.sonh.org or www.NASHUASpecialOlympics.org for more information.
Scott's girlfriend, Jennifer Lassay, participated, right?
Yes, the 18th annual Special Olympics Penguin Plunge.
People did fantastic. That I can throw out to you, the total that was raised was $11,746. NASHUA Special Olympics. How are people doing that?
Getting to know people, maybe their family members.
Right.
And I'd like to thank the NASHUA Empire football team who supported NASHUA Special Olympics and went into the Atlantic Ocean.
NASHUA Empire, this was their first or second year. They were involved in the Penguin Plunge. Absolutely fantastic. Mark Erickson, of course, every single year he is there with WOKQ. Yeah.
Morning waking crew at 97.5 doing OKQ. And I'd like to thank the WMUR Mike Haddett on Sunday for doing the Special Olympics Penguin Plunge.
What do you think makes this so successful?
Basically, know your family and friends. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on your certain websites and promote. Is the big sponsors like TD Bank, Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom, the Hampton PD, the Hampton Fire and EMS, and the police department working together, and the Papagino's restaurant.
So there are a lot of organizations that are really out there promoting the event. How long in advance should organizations go out there or people to get sponsors?
Basically, know your family and friends. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on your certain websites and promote
For this event.
As soon as you know it's coming out, basically I would suggest getting out there. And the results, 18th annual Special Olympics Penguin Plunge, Alex raised
$2,095.
His first year. All right, Alex.
First year. You know, and what's impressive about this is, and we'll go into the other numbers, but he raised more than most of the other people on this list. Fantastic. Go ahead.
Chris O'Neill, $2,000. That boy, Chris O'Neill.
Yeah, good
13
going, Chris.
years, Chris.
Very impressive.
Vanessa Wavell, $680. Kim McDonald, $625.
$625. It's very, very impressive.
For 7 years. Not bad, Kim. Poulin, Brandon's dad.
Okay, so Brandon, who's a Special Olympics athlete. $575.
Jacob Bossy, he's an athlete also in Nashua. He raised $531.
$531. Jacob Bossy, and Jacob Bossy, of course, does the summer games, and he's also involved in basketball, and he's been one of the participants in Special Talk. Excellent, phenomenal athlete. A great opportunity to meet people. It's the first event of the year, and why not get involved?
It is awesome.
Absolutely awesome. So Jennifer Lassay,
yes, $730 in her 5th year doing it.
$730. That's fantastic. Now, do you think she did a lot of door-to-door?
She probably did Facebook.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people do Facebook.
Right.
And it was amazing. It was even like, for example, my friend Parker Thornton raised $945. 16 years, Parker. 16.
Wow. $945. That's absolutely fantastic, because these guys and gals in Special Olympics are busy all the time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they don't have all this free time to go door to door, knocking on doors. So to be able to raise what they raised, Chris O'Neill, absolutely fantastic to raise $2,000. And then Alex, who's a newbie, raised more than anybody, $2,095. That's a lot of money. I mean, to really be out there. How do you usually go about raising money?
Basically, get on the radio.
Yep.
Go on.
Now, who's the contact person? Who do we have?
I think
as a
if
contact
anybody
person?
wants to do the plunge, they got to contact Teresa,
Yep.
and she's extension number 35. If anybody's interested in doing the plunge with me next year,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Teresa is the contact person at the Special Olympics office up in Manchester.
A great opportunity to meet people. It's the first event of the year, and why not get involved?
It is awesome.
So Jennifer Lassay,
730.
$730. That's a lot
and
of
the
money.
donations. There's a lot of them to raise a lot of money, and I'd like to thank all these athletes. You did amazing. As if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have raised all that money.
Chris O'Neill, absolutely fantastic to raise $2,000, and then Alex raised more than anybody, $1,095. So that any of the athletes can have donations come in after the event to the end of March. How do you usually go about raising money?
Go on the radio down to Nashua on 1590.
1590, yeah.
Mr. George Russell, and I've had people call and say, "Hey, send him down my way. I'll give him 50.
Right.
I'll send him down my way. I'll give him another 50."
Right.
When I to Columbus, they gave me 100 last time.
Wow. So radio definitely works. It's a good way of getting prepared. Now, how do you get ready for an event like this? Because it's not really an athletic event. I mean, it's
Be prepared for the cold water.
I think it pretty much every year people have been fairly lucky. There are paramedics and people on staff, but no one seems to have gotten hurt.
Not yet.
Mark Erickson again was the master of ceremonies. No machachos this year.
Yeah, I talked to Mary Conroy. She said that due to we want a DJ where we can shut it off immediately to do awards.
Yeah. I get it with the DJ and they have so many different categories and stuff like that, and the high school plungers, and then of course they have the regular people that do the plunge, so they have to keep things moving along.
Oh yes.
The turnout seemed to be very good,
Big time.
How many people do you think were there?
Oof, I'd say over like maybe thousands of them.
Yeah. I'd say, I don't know, it's hard to say exactly, maybe 8,000, could be more. Jennifer was out there. Do you think she was happy with the turnout?
Oh yeah, she said that she thinks that this turnout was amazing. As the turnout, I think, was good.
And that's why it's so important to go on Facebook, find out more information about Special Olympics. Go to www.sonh.org. Find out about all the events. I think everybody was very happy. Mark Thornton, of course. Mark Thornton, Chris O'Neill, they really know how to target their niche audience, whether it's family members or volunteers, people who want to get involved. Yeah, it definitely seemed to be a lot of camaraderie this year. Now let's talk about the weightlifting competition that happened this year.
Yeah.
It was almost a tearjerker moment. I saw this guy weightlifting and representing Special Olympics. Well, you'll see it. It's just very, very amazing. And what was more amazing this year than in past years, it's the first year they've ever done it.
And he's going to one of the big games out somewhere for powerlifting. I think he's going out to one of the world games. And they said they wanted to make sure it wasn't too much overweight because they said the stage weighs so much.
Right.
We didn't want to take the thing and go
Yeah,
Kaboom.
yeah, that would be bad. You could just see if there was an accident there. What's your realistic goal at this point in terms of how much money you want to raise for this?
Probably say 350. Maybe my goal will be 520.
Okay, so anywhere between 350 and 520 seems like a reasonable goal. What do you do to get ready for an event like this, knowing that it's? I mean, how do you get your body ready for that
Basically,
change in
stay in
temperature?
a nice heated tent. Block A, Block B, they give you a wristband with your name on it, and they say, do not lose this, because it's the only way you can get into the casino ballroom after you do the plunge. It's the only way to do it, and they basically make sure everybody's safe by checking the wristbands, making sure everybody behaves themselves.
I would think that they would be worried about something potentially happening.
But they have good security around. And if people want to try a real cold event, they should try the Winnie Dip March 11th.
Okay.
Now that's going to be cold.
Winnipesaukee Lake.
Up in Laconia.
In Laconia, Lake Winnipesaukee, the Winnie Dip is it's similar to the Penguin Plunge, right?
Yes.
And these are all fundraisers, basically for
We'll get
Special
us-
Olympics.
We'll
Yeah.
get us some money.
Now they had, like they do every year, costumes, a different costume
Oh yes, underneath the seat.
underneath the seat.
They had some guys going in, and this ain't no joke, ladies and gentlemen. They were going in with Speedos on. Only Speedos.
Can you believe that? Just in Speedos. Very, very cold temperatures. I don't know exactly what the temperature was on that date. I'd have to go back and check it, but it was freezing cold. You know.
And it got cold because I asked everybody, I said, what was the temperature? She said, no, I don't know. We got in, we got out.
And it's a very important event, and it's a springboard for raising money for all the upcoming events that happen every
yes.
year, leading into the basketball tournament and the summer games and the bowling tournament and all the other events. So it's great because it raises a lot of money to be able to do these other events. It's not going to be,
Please
warm up.
consider doing the Penguin Plunge with me if you want to. You got to contact Teresa. Probably sometime in, I would suggest contacting her at the end of January
Right.
for getting your page up and running. If any one of you guys want to do it, I'm throwing out the challenge
That's
to
right.
anybody.
Okay. Mark Thornton, of course, is the father of Parker Thornton, and he had a very good year. I mean, over $2,000 to raise. But the great thing about it is there's so much camaraderie between all the athletes, and really like a family, that raising the money must be easy because you're all interconnected in this,
Oh yes, we know. Hopefully, if I do it next year, my goal is to get on Georgia Show right immediately sometime in the end of January, and hopefully not hound people on Facebook, but say, hey, I'm doing the plunge. Greatly appreciate any small donation that you can give.
Right, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, I think that it's very, very important to get out there early. That you can either go on the website, www.sonh.org. If you want to find out more what NASHUA is doing, then you go to www.NASHUASpecialOlympics.org as well.
Yes.
And find out about everything that's going on, but it'll have a breakdown of what's happening with the Penguin Plunge. You're going to see some fantastic footage today. Again, the weightlifting competition was phenomenal. So incredibly impressed by this, and you will be impressed as well. And of course, the turnout for the plunge, all the different people that were supporting in different costumes, and NASHUA Special Olympics, and Merrimack Tigers, and all the different teams that were involved, plus Pride, of course.
And the cool brewskis.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the Brewskis.
Cool brewskis raised a lot of money.
Yeah, the Brewskis, yes, they raised a lot of money. and did absolutely fantastic. And Nashua, again, $11,746.
That raised us money for equipment for like our summer games, our winter games that we need to keep these programs going.
Right. I mean, this is the key kickoff fundraiser every year, and it's working in terms of, like Scott said, paying for hotels, paying for uniforms, paying for all types of equipment, basketballs, any rental spaces that need to be rented. So it's definitely working. It's definitely working very well. Give the audience the website for Special Olympics.
www.sonh.org. And Nashua, if you would like to join Nashua Special Olympics, is www.nashuaspecialolympics.org. That's one word. Click and you'll see my picture on the front page.
There we go. Can't get much better than that. Scott himself. Well, this year for this was the 18th annual Penguin Plunge, which is fantastic. 18 years they've been doing this event. Other Special Olympics athletes can do it. You can definitely do it as well. Come out, help support as a volunteer. Just see the event, see how you might want to get involved. And the websites are definitely a good place to start. Checking out our show on YouTube, Special Talk, that we've been doing for over 5 years. Check that out, and you'll be able to see for yourself. Say, oh, this is something that you'd feel great about. The weightlifting competition was a key part of it because the athlete was really in shape, and it was just a phenomenal emotional moment. I don't know how many people were involved in the plunge, but it was quite a bit.
Loaded.
Yeah, I mean it was hundreds and hundreds that they had. So really a fantastic event. It's kind of hit or miss. I guess some years are better than others in terms of how much you raise, and you know, whether it's going door to door or Facebook or radio promoting the event on the radio, whether it's WSMN or another radio station, or promoting it on public TV. So this year is fantastic, and we're going to take you to the event, the 2017 Penguin Plunge. Very, very happy with the turnout.
Very cold, but looked like it raised a lot of money.
Yeah, well, it definitely did. As we said, over $11,746 was what was raised for Nashua Special Olympics. And then you had other teams, the Merrimack Tigers and Alver and the high school plungers that raised in the 5 digits. Like Chris O'Neill, who raised a little bit more. What do you think he's doing that other people aren't doing to really
probably
message out?
go on Facebook or talk to his friends and tell him he's doing the plunge and greatly appreciate a donation.
Right.
People are amazing because as soon as they hear Special Olympics, they will give a donation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, some of it is just being very proactive. What advice would you give to somebody who's never done the plunge before and says, well, this is great because it's a fundraiser, but it's freezing cold and they might be a little timid?
Water shoes.
Water shoes, okay.
Water shoes and a nice warm uniform after.
Okay. Now, how do you usually? Well, you've gone in without a suit, right? I mean, you've just gone in.
I've gone in sometimes with my sweats,
right,
over my bathing suit, and
right,
got them soaked, and boom. So I did it.
Yeah. Okay. So the sweats, and definitely. Do you have a pair of water shoes? Do you have your own? So he's got his own pair of MCCULLOUGH water shoes.
Yes. Strategy is go out and get some water shoes.
Right.
Consider doing the Penguin Plunge next year. It'll probably be, I don't know how many years. I don't know what the theme will be next year.
Yeah. Every year there's a different theme. you know, depending upon what it is, and they have all these different people that dress up in costumes, and the brewskis, you know, the Heiny Whinies and all that stuff, and
Yes.
you know, those guys that have the butt thing. So
There's some weird characters at that thing.
yeah, they do have some strange people that dress up in as like seaweed or sea monsters, or you know, fish, that sort of thing.
There was
Seems
a
to
guy
be
who dressed up, and this ain't no joke. One year there was a guy dressed up like a bride, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. There have been some guys that were like cross dresser types, so it has some interesting characters. But the parade
Starts at 11:30,
Yep.
and if anybody does want to do the plunge, you have to have a wristband
Okay.
that will tell you what flock you're in. Like
Right.
flock A will go in first, flock A's out, flock B's in.
Right.
Or if it's that cold, they'll do flock A and flock B at the same time.
Right. Yeah. So this is what we've talked about in the past. Every year they have flock A and then flock B, and they have them go in separately. They can't do it in one time because there'd just be way too many people and it'd just be so
Yes.
disorganized. So now, which waves do you usually go in?
Flock A.
Flock A. Do they choose that beforehand, or is it just kind of random when you get there?
Random when they check you in and
Right.
they tell you, oh, you raised this much. What are you going to get?
Okay.
I go for a sweatshirt, the gift cards, and that Papagino's gift card too.
So Scott knows what he wants to get, and you know, it's a great opportunity because they're giving out gift cards and other things. And again, the two flocks break up basically they do it in such a way that it just gets so overcrowded that they can have, it's quite a few people in each flock. I mean, it gets very crowded, but it's the best way to do it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so that's great. So next year, you're going to do it next year, right?
Oh yes, I'm going to contact her probably at the end of January
Okay.
when they're not so busy.
All right. So again, we're going to take you to the 2017 Penguin Plunge. Mark Erickson again is the master of ceremonies out there. Fairly cold. To say whether it's been the coldest it ever was, it's cold most of the time. So
Oh yes.
a lot of people in Nashua Special Olympics were involved, and Chris O'Neill and Mark Thornton and Parker and Jennifer, of course, who's the co-host of Special Talk, and she was pretty happy with the way things went. We were going to take you into the casino ballroom, and you're going to it's a live DJ, so it was very
Oh yes.
very involved, and all different types of characters. A lot of people dressed up in different costumes. It's a nice, wholesome event. I mean, that's a good thing. I've never seen anybody get hurt or anything like that. It was absolutely fantastic. So we're going to take you to the 2017 Penguin Plunge. Very successful turnout. See for yourself.
We have a beautiful day out today for the plungers. We're out in the water. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have fun. Stay classy.
normally do what I do for water bill is snowshoe, but I got too busy working. Yeah, I was a lobster for the Penguin Plunge. Yeah. $1,000.
Growing because it is so much fun and it's just for such a great cause.